Elle, we're so excited about Nightingale because we get to see you and your sister together on screen. Is this the first time since I Am Sam in 2001?
Yeah, it's the first time because technically in I Am Sam, I played her at a younger age, so we weren't really like acting together, and I was so young. So yeah, this is the first.
Why was this the right project for you guys to finally do this?
It was so exciting and special to finally find a script. I think we've been looking for something for so long, and this story is it is a sister story. That's the heart of it, and that's what more could we ask for? I think we can really bring that to it. And Melanie Laurent is going to direct it, and I've worked with her before, and she's so incredible, and she can really bring something special. We were excited. So, same, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see.
Elle Fanning dishing on finally working with older sister Dakota on their upcoming project, The Nightingale.
Is there a chance it gets pushed back to next year for a release date, you think? I know we
haven't shot it yet. So that's the thing. We haven't shot it. We were about to go shoot. So, and then everything happened, so it's kind of just put to a halt, and I know as much as you, I guess.
Yeah. What is it about your real sisterhood that you're excited to bring to the big screen as two sisters?
I don't know if you have a sister, but do you?
That's what I'm so excited. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's just, you can't explain. That's just like, your sister knows you more than anyone. She can sniff anything out of you. She can push your buttons more than anybody. It's like, that dynamic is so special and unique. They know your family more than anybody. That's just the close, she is my closest person. And the book really explores that. They're a bit more misunderstood, I would say, in the book and in the story, but still, we have that foundation, and so that we won't have to work hard for. That'll be there.
But first, she stars in Hulu's new period dramedy, The Great, alongside Nicholas Hoult.
A toast to my new wife, the Empress of Russia.
How are you doing right now? With everything going on, are you hanging in there? What's life like?
Staying inside. I'm in LA with my family, so that's nice just to have some family time.
This is quite a nice way of doing junkets.
No, you don't talk, my love. Oh, of course.
Hey, we have to talk about this new show, and I have to say, huzzah.
Huzzah!
You're the first person who said that. I'm surprised more people haven't. I know, we say it so much.
Huzzah!
This show was such a fun binge. I watched all 10 episodes, I think, over the last 3 days. So,
thank you.
So for you guys, what was it about this version of the story that really kind of resonated with you?
Tony McNamara, who is our showrunner, creator, wrote the pilot, and is the man. His tone and irreverence and just that dark humor is completely up my alley. And I think telling this story, which is a piece of history and is set in a period world, but turning that on its head and dealing with themes that are so modern and what they dealt with back then, it's just such a fascinating way to tell that story, full of humor and really delicious language. And just Catherine as a character, I absolutely loved playing her. It was just the ultimate gift to be a part of the show and get to bring her to life and show our version of Catherine. Of course, Catherine the Great is truly this feminist icon of what she brought to Russia and her country. And it's neat that we get to show how she became that, because she doesn't start out knowing everything. So this first season really focuses on her journey, finding her power and herself, but also just what she believes in as a young woman, learning from others, her sexuality, it's all a part of it, and just watching this young woman grow up. So it was cool to get to develop that.
Yeah, I think you kind of summed it up. I loved playing Catherine. I thought she was Peter's a really fun role to inhabit. So telling Catherine's story and then getting to kind of delve into these characters over 10 episodes and create this kind of different take on it, because I'm not a fan of period dramas as such. I find them a little bit dry and dull. And this felt, I mean, just completely different to all those. So it's, yeah, I just love the script. It made me chuckle.
I would like to be useful to Russia, to help its greatness.
You will bear my heirs. There is no higher use. Rabbit!
This did a little bit remind me of The Favorite, and for obvious reasons, I'm sure you understand why people draw those comparisons. You were in The Favorite. Did you notice those comparisons just in terms of like the humor of it and the comedy of it all? And were some of the sets the same?
We did have a couple of similar locations throughout the first episode when we were shooting the pilot. We shot at one of the same locations that we shot some of The Favorite at. But yeah, obviously Tony's voice is, as I say, so idiosyncratic that having done The Favorite, I did recognize the kind of rhythm and the pacing and that humor. It's a very different story, but it's told in a similar tone.
We should find you a lover. It's marvelous.
A lot of humor, as we touched on, but also a lot of sex scenes in this show. How do you guys prepare for those?
I don't think either of us really make a big deal out of them. I think the thing with the sex scenes in this show is they're very perfunctory in terms of what the characters are aiming for or discussing during them. They're they're very comedic again, it's more about the story that physical beat is telling. So kind of the evolution for our two characters of their physical interactions. They were very funny to film, a lot of them, because they're just bizarre.
I mean, ours for
sure.
Russia must be saved, and I with it.
Elle, for you, I feel like we've watched you grow up since you were like a tiny little thing. You choosing these more mature roles, is that intentional?
Gosh, I don't honestly no. I think that is the answer to it, because I feel like as roles come to you, you evolve, because I'm evolving, you know? Like, I'm 22. I'm older than I was when I started out. So just by nature of that, just the roles that you get that are available, you're older, and it opens up a whole new door to different stories and different characters. I think that it's exciting to when that door, you know, has now opened up, and I get to see, other options. Whereas, you know, because when you're a kid, also you're auditioning, and you don't really have the choice. You know, the casting agent has the choice. So now it's nice that I feel like I get to, you know, read scripts and kind of make my own choices in that way. But yeah, I think my characters are evolving like I am, you know, and Catherine certainly does evolve in the show. You know, she starts out very young and it definitely grows up. So
yeah, I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but I feel like this season very much tells like just one chapter of her story. Is there room for a season 2? Is that being talked about right now?
Yeah, I certainly think there's room for a season 2. Yeah, and if they wanted to do it, I would do it right away.
Would it be Catherine's sort of beginning steps in power and sort of the first things that she did?
You know, I wonder. I'm trying to pick Tony's brain about like what it is. He's thinking about it. He has some idea. But I would say to viewers, like this season doesn't end the way that you think it's going to end.